Good morning, everyone. So today is October 26th. We're going to do the weekly report and see what is coming in for next week, the 27th through the 2nd, through psychic and mediumship. Basically, what I am seeing is all you need to know is everything is gone, and you can't even leave out the E. And when you leave out the E, you can't even be a D. And you say DE, something with Delaware. So let's look. So when we look at this and you say, we can't get a riff. No, it's a reef. There's something still unsettled about that incident with the port strikes and something with the bridge collapse, where it's still this nasty, toxic masculine energy, and it's not misogyny. It's something that we haven't seen a while since World War II, that type of energy, which really scares us to a degree, to where we're actually sitting and we're getting remote learning again. I just know it. So when we see the Knight of Cups come through, it is an offering on the table of announced, but I just can't even get it out. I can't even get it out. The devil in reverse says there's something of an inhibition coming through during the week, which I would say, after doing cantankerous review, there was something to be known about this, because when we see it through, we can't be due. We can't be due at all. But that is true. But what is this inhibition coming in? It is something of a contentment order. It is to be a disrupt per elections, but we're always aware of that. Always. That Queen of Pentacles is sitting pretty. We have to say something was done unbeknownst, because the Three of Wands is, we've got foresight on this. This has happened before, and I'm seeing before, bingo, highlight, pink dot. And when we go through that, we go, the Queen of Wands in reverse is there's going to be sitting of a stoically. Now, I don't see anything of that, of something of a must, but a muster, but no mustard gas. But it leaks out. And it's not to scare anyone. It's not fear mongering. Like I always say, it's not fear mongering. It's the Page of Swords. It's something new. It's something of a naivety. It's something comes in quickly and goes. Imbalance. Definitely by always like on a Wednesday. I'm seeing a Tuesday, Thursday, but really more a Friday morning. It is trying to secure a lot of things, the Ten of Pentacles, because we know that winter is coming with snow and cold and flu and COVID. That's all you need to know. So when the Nine of Wands comes in, there's a bit of a hypervigilance, of a looking around and saying, I don't know if I should do this. But the Five of Pentacles says something went ill. It is true. It's not right at all. So where we say the Six of Swords goes, there's something not right still. It's hard to explain the Six of Swords with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's something that has to be seen, and you can't tell it. It is a dealing, and it's spelt differently, and you'll catch up and you'll pick up, but you can't be known about it. It's very unhappy throughout the week. One more card out of the second. Let's do something else. It is a breaking of partnerships. I keep saying it's something of a celebration on the table that keeps breaking up. And that is it. So when I see the Seven of Swords come through, it's just nil non niche. But there is a source of where our root problem is. When you look at it as a collective, as a countrywide to community wide, what is the bigger picture that's going to affect the community to the highest degree? Of none. So when I'm looking at the animal oracle, I don't see knocks on the door at all. The Phoenix on the split of the decks is in reverse. There's no ashing or rising. The hummingbird says there is a listening through, though. When you listen through frequency and hertz, you can hear it through. These are old ways of getting something done, and it still works. So when the hawk comes through and flies over, it is a beknownst of a premonition of a THI, which is like the bomb of all bombs. The mouse in reverse means timid, but at most. The wolf comes in knowingly and says, no, stand forth, be a bay, lay low, and just sit and look. Just sit and look. There literally is, the owl says, no, you have to sit and you have to look out the window on how to ash something and torch it. I can't even believe it. The wisdom of the wise says no stinging during Scorpio season. It has been known. The elk in reverse means no hunting. The stingray goes, I see it all. Just sit and look and literally gently pet it out, pet scan. And then you go, hummingbird, where do you go? And you say, it's already known, already known. You get it done. Dolphin play, that means antics at most with frequency and hertz to the messenger of the hummingbird. Camel goes, no, no, no piggybacks. It has to be straight out. And the buffalo says in reverse, no roan, ROAN, which is a type of coven talk. And don't be scared with coven talk. It means set in stone. That means not even witches or warlocks or anyone who practices pagan Viking, anything like that, can say it's not set in stone. You can't, because the otter in reverse goes, no, play it out longer, play it out longer. Because the lion goes, I am not even at mastery of this. The moth in reverse says, go about in disappointment to come because you can't get outside, because the bat came in and said, no, I can see the way that the animals are flying. There's more birds flying into the windows, crashing, more accidents. There's something not of clarity in the area. And that is when the phoenix actually will rise. That is what you need to know just for that during the week. That is so intense, where it's just when boiled down to simplicity, observancy is key, prudency is key, to where consistency, prudency, observancy comes into play, and saying, knowing it, and then looking north and saying, what's coming down from Canada? When it comes down from Canada, is it lake effect snow? Has that come down yet? I do see a line of permeance. I do see more kick up. I see more tick up. And that's when you know you're at the most a bay. So let's go to the Light Seers Tarot. Where is at most a bay? I'm seeing more on the want of the Midwest on the Beltway, but you can't get done. So when you actually write it out, it must be known and not be known to the highest degree of resolve. So where is this? So when I'm looking at past instances of anything criminal, anything of good, anything of history, I'm seeing that really Roanoke Island, again, I'm preaching to the hilt ton again, that there's no victory next week as foretold, because balance came in and says that is what gives us anxiety and grief. That's okay. It's okay to say this was going to happen this week. Now, with that being said, the Ace of Cups goes, no, 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 no. It must be intuitive. It must be psychic. This is for the week next week. The King of Wands goes, is this dishonor? Is this like keep going? No, this is an ending of something to a rebirth of something. It is slowly edging out to make new partnerships, new celebrations, new marriages, and new contracts in ways that are positive. The Chariot goes, halt, stop on all. This marriage must be done in a way known to get it known by a 3/19/12 dissolve. And you say, where did that come from? That came from female energy because the Seven of Swords in reverse goes, a steal was done, but not done to most, to the Two of Pentacles of monetary balance. It's illusion, delusion, it's mystery bonding to the Hermit and says solitude. It literally is like sitting in solitude. Some of us actually are just like, it's winter. It's normal. They're out plowing, they got sick. There's nothing major. Right? Right. So when we see the Queen of Wands, that's mastery by the end of the week. That's usually how it is. It's the beginning of the week. That's when that tower moment is coming in more ways than one. So when you see the Ten of Cups, you have contentment. The world comes through and says you can't be done at all. It's no completion of a cycle. It seems like a bad message coming through where you didn't hear it or see it, but the Knight of Swords comes in with quick haste and says, come on, done, you're done. Greed at most is most done at best at bay. And you say, what bay? And I'm looking at Bay of Pigs. I'm looking at the Gulf. I'm seeing the Pacific more, but I'm seeing more up towards Halifax as a psychic. So the Four of Wands says the flight pattern is off. Yes, even with birds of prey. Notice, follow the animals. It has been said that when you see it, and you look at your patterns of behavior with individuals of everywhere to your own animals and your children, and they're going, there's really not a lot of movement at all. This is something where they're saying it is true. There's just something that shouldn't be here at all. The Five of Pentacles goes, it's a sit and watch and wait on what happens. They want the elections. They want it calm. They want it clean and clear. So when you actually go out, you're actually true. Okay, well, then we sue. And then you go, sue. What do you do? And it goes, Five of Pentacles, there's an alleviation of poverty, but there is some recklessness with this full in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles, you can't make it up. Where do we secure our inheritance to the highest degree of none? To where we say, foul most play. That's all you need to know. Let's look at the Akashic Tarot for next week. There's a lot to be said and a lot to be had. So when we see it, and I'm seeing that there wanted to be Orion, that the new moon and the full moon and all the northern lights to the eclipses really drop a lot of energy that we can't control. We are all dictated by energy, no matter what. So I don't see securement in treasure because the treasure is in reverse. There is nothing funny of next week, but it is truly something to poke at. When you see diversity, it is a must of a nil of a run of a done. to the King of Roses in reverse. Don't plant anything next week. Don't start pre-gardening or prepping for agriculture. Just wait till a little bit of November, I'm saying. The Queen of Keys in reverse says, it's really solidified. Just go about and see again how it plays out with politics. Because then you had the Menendez brothers coming out, and then you had some parlays, as I say, in my own way, of sentences being reversed. And some are good that we've been able to clear that they're innocent and other things happen, but there's just something still not setting right. So just let the evidence prove out, let the evidence sit and actually see what happens. Let's just take a look at the poker cards to see where that is coming through. I do see some instances in the political favor of they go and do something and it's in the news and it has to be done and said. And when you see it that way, you just sit and watch their patterns of behavior in public of a true or not true. So right off the bat, you see seven of diamonds. It is no containment issue. The Queen of Clubs says the containment issue was brought to done, D-U-N-E, but the Eight of Spades says get the sword, lay it out, and look at the steel, or is it ironworks? Because the Six of Diamonds goes, that is how nasty it can get done when you look upon and say, no gun for you, and read about it on a true, which means between the lines. With that being said, that's all I have for the next week's weekly review. We'll see how it plays out and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.